Hello, you wonderful lot. It's day 5 of the Business Boost Challenge. Can you believe it? We're at the end already. I hope you found it useful. Do pop into the Facebook group and share what you've learned, share if it's helped you. Loads of messages on Instagram. That's been lovely. But yeah, let us know. And these recordings will be up, I think, for about 2 more weeks. So yeah, you've got plenty of time to catch up. If you haven't done days 1 through to 4, there's still time. Pause this video, head back to those days and work through the workbook, which by this point you should already have. You can either print it out, like I've done. There's a digital version, just click on the link and download it, and it should be very simple to do. I hope you're enjoying it, and do give me any feedback if you can think of anything that needs changing or amending or didn't make any sense. We're always here. hello@milspo.co.uk is the email address, so get in touch. The good news is my voice is still here. Hopefully I don't sound too poorly today. It's always the thing, isn't it, in the middle of winter, how you get colds. But we're embracing it. So I'm going to work through it and do my best not to cough through this. But you can pause me at any time if you need to work through the workbook. So day 5, we're on page 18 already. Can you believe it? So today is all about eating that frog and his friends. It's a strange thing to say. So the quote at the top of page 18 should explain everything. So if the first thing you do in the morning is to eat the frog, then you can continue your day with the satisfaction of knowing that this is probably the worst thing that will happen to you all day. Mark Twain. So the theory behind this is, when you're running a business, you've got probably hundreds of things to do. If you're like me, you've got lists of to-do lists. I've got hundreds of them. And every so often it gets so overwhelming that I achieve nothing. I have that problem where I get so... the imposter syndrome kicks in that we talked about the other day. And I have what I believe is too many things. And they're all very important. They all have to be done. And before I know it, I've done nothing and it's the end of the day. So today we're working on eating that frog, sorting out your priorities and scheduling them into your planner or your diaries or your digital diaries. You might have Trello. There's loads of different online things. So that's what we're doing today. So have you ever noticed that you generally have 2 types of reactions when you're overwhelmed by work and your list of tasks is never ending? You either tackle the small jobs, which probably aren't very important, just to make you feel like you've done something, or you procrastinate, binge watch Netflix, get stuck into Facebook and leave everything to last minute. Yes, I think I'm the second one. Netflix is my friend. So we're not going to eat any actual frogs today. The frogs are safe. So the frog symbolises the task that we least want to do but is the most important, and probably at this stage is linked to your 5 bigger picture goals because you've just set them. They're probably quite huge, overwhelming. So we're going to chip away at those and eat those frogs and his friends. So how I do it each day is I pick 3 or sometimes 5 tasks that I must do that day. Before anything else can happen, before that Netflix series gets switched on, it needs to be done. And they're my priorities for the day. And even if I only achieve those 3 or 5, then that's a bonus. I've done something, I've achieved something. So it's all about refining what those 3 or 5 things you need to do each day is, and scheduling them in and making sure that we do them. But it's fiddly when you've got a massive list of everything that you need to do as a small business owner. It's going to be confusing what's really important and what needs to be done. How do you pick your frogs from your to-do list? So this is where the Eisenhower matrix comes in. So if you look at the bottom of page 18 on the bottom left, there's the Eisenhower matrix. And it's basically 4 squares and it's a table, and you work out what on your to-do list is urgent, is not urgent, is important and not important, and you put them in those boxes. So if it's urgent and important, those are your frogs. That's in the top left of the Eisenhower matrix. So those are going to be your frogs. If it's urgent, if there's a time limit on it, if you've got a deadline and it's probably important, then those are the things you want to be working on straight away. Next to it, you've got your important things that aren't as urgent. So those are things that you do need to do in your business. So they might be things like updating your website or, doing your taxes. Very important, not necessarily urgent, unless you get to the end of this month and then all of a sudden it's getting urgent. And then underneath that, your not so important things that are still urgent, but will come after your important things. And then my favourite box, the things that are not important and aren't urgent. So breaking everything into these 4 boxes should help you decide what the frogs are and his friends that you're going to eat first thing in the day, get those done, and then you can do whatever you like. So your urgent and important things, which is the box in the top left, are the things you've got to do now. And those are going to be written at the top of your planner or put into your schedule, or the things that you're going to focus on straight away because you've got deadlines and they're important. You're not urgent but important things. You need to decide when you're going to do those. You can add them maybe after you've done your 3 or 5 frogs of the day, or you can maybe put them in your planner for the upcoming days or maybe next week. You're not important but urgent things. Maybe have a think about whether you can delegate things to people in the group. We've got a whole membership full of amazing people, so have a look at that. But there are also things that could probably come after your frogs, especially if they're urgent, especially if they've got deadlines and they've got timelines to hit. They're quite important. And then my favourite box, if they're not important and not urgent, do you want to do them? Do you really, really need to do them? Are they helping your business? Are they helping you? Are they building towards your 5 bigger picture goals? Delete them. Yeah, I know. I do this with my ridiculous amount of to-do lists. Every so often, I go through it and go, look, Jess, you've not done this. You've said for the last 6 months you're going to do this. Are you really going to do it? Do you really want to do it? It's your business. It's your choice. You can delete them or equally outsource them. So yeah, have a really clear look at what you actually should be doing in your business, whether it's important, and if not, get rid. Especially if you don't want to do it. If it's not important and it's not urgent and you don't want to do it, you don't have a big boss man or woman telling you to do it, so maybe delete it. It's a thought anyway. So you can use this Eisenhower matrix to plan huge projects. You can plan out your whole year. You can plan out your next month. You could use the post-it notes that we talked about before that you can move through your planner. In theory, hopefully, it works for me. It means that I finish my day when I choose to finish my day. Sometimes that can be later at night. It could be 3 o'clock in the afternoon. If I want to watch Netflix, it's almost certainly a bit earlier. But it means when I finish my day, and I choose when I finish my day because I am my own boss, it means that I've actually achieved something, because there's nothing worse than working and beavering away all day and getting to the end of it and you're like, oh, I just messed around on Facebook a little bit there and didn't actually do anything. So every day you'll be working towards your bigger picture goals, planning out all those projects you have and generally achieving stuff. So it's really good. I love the Eisenhower matrix. Try it out. Head to page 18 in the workbook. It explains it an awful lot and there's a little graph to make sense. So before I finish this, because gosh, we're almost at the end, I can't believe it. When we're talking about planning your day, and there is a planner on page 19. So this is a daily planner. This is similar to the one I use. I actually have a big old, it's propping up my laptop, a big old, actual planner actually. It's got hundreds of pages, day-to-day planner. And I schedule in my lunch, and on the better days, I schedule in a bit of exercise. And, water. It's like you can get your head down, bum up thinking. That's what my lovely friend says, head down, bum up, when you're working away. And you can blink, and before you know it, it's the afternoon, you've forgotten to have lunch, and you've forgotten to drink water, and you've been sat down for hours. As you can tell by my voice, it's really important if you're a business owner to look after yourself, because you can't be there for your people providing the goodness that you provide. That's what makes you so special. You provide something amazing. And if you get sick, like my voice, then what I'm providing isn't good enough, quite frankly. But it needs to be done. It's just not spot on. So you need to Look after yourself. Make sure you're scheduling lunch. Lunch is really important. Go for a walk. Even if you're limited on your working day, even if, like me, your baby's in nursery and you need to pick them up at a certain time, it's really, it's even more important if you've got a baby and you need to pick them up, because once you've got them in the house, you're not a chance of eating. So make sure you're scheduling lunch, scheduling some exercise if you can, and definitely scheduling water. Water is so easy, but looking after yourself as a business owner is really important, because without you, it just can't run. No matter how well you outsource things, teams are amazing, but you're the real heart of your business. So look after yourself. So page 19, at the very bottom, there's these little water droplets for water, a little bit of exercise, little running man. And this is very self-explanatory, but it's got the day, your 3 main goals for the day, and then any other notes you need to add. So do have a look at that. Use that or buy your own planner. Create your own planner. Get drawing. Use a diary. And then on page 20, an extra little bonus is a project planner that will help you with your bigger picture goals, which you've probably worked on. You've probably worked out which direction you need to go. You've probably got bigger projects in that, or smaller projects. So page 20 will help you break down those bigger ideas and get it all sorted. And then at the bottom, there's a list of tasks to fill in. And that, I'm sad to say, as she says, is the end of the 2023 Business Boost Challenge. We've done so much. It's been so epic. I've loved doing these videos. What did we do? We went through last year. We decided what was epic, what we want to leave behind, what we want to learn from. We planned our amazing 31st December 2023, where we're celebrating from achieving all of these epic things this year. We've made our 5 bigger picture goals. We've broken them down into smaller tasks so they're not as frightening. We've eaten a few of them. We've eaten a few frogs. We're going to go with frogs, and we're going to schedule them in. But the best part is, because we worked on that really kind of painful dragon slaying the other day, that really awkward one where I made you where I made you write down your biggest internal horrible things about yourself, and then we flipped them on their head and now they're really positive and amazing. We've slayed the dragons where you can achieve anything, and I promise you can, because there are other people in this world who are doing this with exactly the same amount of time, exactly the same amount of challenges put in front of them, and they're rocking life. And that's how I know that we can do it too. So I hope that is useful. I hope you've had the best 5 days. I know from the feedback it's been good, and you're achieving amazing things, and it doesn't stop there. Remember that January's great. We're all making New Year's resolutions in January. Hell, let's run a marathon. Let's climb up a mountain. Let's, make millions and take over the world. But we get to somewhere kind of mid-February, March time, and weirdly, those resolutions have floated away somewhere. But luckily at Milspo, we have developed a monthly goal setting, it's a review and goal setting workshop. That's on the last Wednesday of every month. This month, it's next Wednesday actually, the 25th of January. And we spend an hour every month reviewing the last month, planning ahead for the next one, and generally just keeping you accountable to your 5 bigger picture goals that you made in January, which is great now. But the amazing part of this is that we end up in September, October, November, and people have not only achieved those goals, but they're still working on them. Imagine a year where you set January's New Year's resolutions and you made them, and they're still happening in September, October. So that's the point of these accountability workshops. So sign up to those. Head to the events page on the Milspo website, which, it's above this page actually, and sign up to those. They're brilliant, and they're casual, and they're fun. We talk you through a workbook, and all of us work on a month ahead, and the plans we're going to make for that. Yes, they're worth their weight in gold. So come to those. And generally, I'm so chuffed that you've turned up for this 5-day challenge. We're keeping the word challenge because it can get challenging. The slaying the dragons is particularly fiddly, but we got through it and we've done epic things. And now you're committed to the most amazing 2023. Nothing can get in your way. We're going to do it, and we're going to do it together. So enjoy it. Let me know your feedback in the Facebook group. Take care, and have the most amazing year, and I'll see you soon.